for today. Ambassador Dr. Pastor Stephen Temitope Davidson is a powerful man of God and also our great leader in the society, all the way from Zambia. And he will be sharing with us a very important topic once again on balancing career and family marriage. So let's talk about Ambassador Dr. Stephen Temitope Davidson. Is a preacher, teacher, speaker, author, certified global mentor, certified global trainer, certified career counselor, certified physiosocial counselor, certified first aid, and certified tuberculosis management, and many, many more. Ambassador Dr. Pastor Stephen Temitope loves rural evangelism because he believes that the rural areas have been neglected in all ramifications of life, because every preacher loves to be in the city. By so doing, he takes the gospel to the rural area by evangelizing, during spreading the gospel. He also donates free Bibles, clothing, foodstuff, so that people will be provided for both spiritually and physically. Ambassador Pastor Dr. Temitope is the founder of Spirit of God Impartation International Ministry called Holy Ghost Embassy. He's also the founder and CEO of Lion of Judah Travel and Tour Company, founder of Emine Bible University, lecturer also in Bible University, Canada. Pastor Temitope Davidson worked as a secretary at Cooperative Thrift and Credit Society, managing at the Oluwani Cooperative Thrift and Credit Union, and also worked as a general manager. Then he also worked as a lecturer at Galilee Bible College. He's the assistant pastor at Christ Apostolic Church and also worked as worldwide coordinator of All Ages Foundation Ministry in UK. He also worked as African Director of Art for Widows, Germany, and also worldwide coordinator of God Embassy, founder of Spirit of God Impartation, as I've said before. He also worked as Southern African Country Coordinator for Mr. Gandhi Youth Power International Organization and worked as Zambia Country Director for Global Friends Club GFC and also Global Executive Member of Global Education Network. So permit me this morning to welcome Ambassador Dr. Stephen Temitope. You are welcome, sir. Okay. So we are ready for you this morning, and I believe the connection is not going to disturb you at all. So we give God the glory for this wonderful day. We can't hear you. You need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you, sir.
Okay, ma. Am I loud and clear now?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, ma. Once again, I really appreciate you, Queen Mother, for the another privilege given to me to be online as well, to speak on a topic that says balancing career and family marriage. This topic is so nice, and in each and every one of us, we need to also learn from it, and as we are learning from each other. So I pray that the power of God will never leave you and will never forsake you. As we are praying for Yes You Can International, it's not a movement. And God will continue it up in the mighty name of Jesus and bring help us to spread the good news, the masterclass all over in Jesus' name. So today we are going to be talking about balancing family.
We
Am
can't
I loud
see
and
you.
clear, ma?
You are loud and clear. Okay, is your picture we can see. All right, that's good. It's okay now. It's
Okay, ma.
okay.
Okay, ma. So we are going to be talking about balancing career and family. We all know the meaning of a career. We all know the meaning of balancing. We all know the meaning of family. But maybe I should refresh our memory. What is balancing? Balancing is the process of maintaining. That is, you have to achieve a maintain of equilibrium. Therefore, one way or the other, we have to be in same equal weight, so that you will not be negative or positive in each way. So what is career? A career is the job. A career is the job or profession that somebody does for a long period of his or her life. That's career. So many people think what they are doing today is career, but we are going to get there. So what is family? Family is a group of people who are related with each other, especially parents and their children. So what about marriage? Because we are talking about how to balance everything together so that each and every one of us will be able to be in a state of equilibrium. A marriage is a relationship between two people. A marriage is the relationship of two people ordained by God. Who are the two people? Male and female. I'm married legally, wise, or custom married. Check the balancing, how to balance our career with our family. So, out this important question, many people will be asking questions up and down that which is more important? Is it the career or the marriage? Marriage comprises of the family, the father, the mother, and the children. So now there will be a question that people will be asking: which one is more important? Which one is more important that maybe I'll be able to trust my life in one way or the other? When it comes to marriage versus career, the most crucial element of leading a happy life, in the opinion of 75% of men, is having a fulfilling profession. A rewarding job or career was cited by 40. That means men are more into their career. Yes, people can be saying women are more into their career, but men are more into their career more than women. We have 57% of men and 46% of women who has been the key to happiness. The career makes you to be happy, but the family, at times, many of us will neglect our family. So does marriage affect career? Does marriage affect career, or career affect our marriage?
We
The
can't see your...
typical
Sorry,
career.
Sorry, we can't see your face. Okay. I think there's something going on. Your video is not showing. Okay.
I'm 100% showing.
Okay. Because it's not showing over
Okay.
here.
But I can see.
Okay,
So
continue.
there's a question. Okay, there's some question that arise that people will be asking. Does marriage affect career, or career is the one that's affecting marriage? Yes, we can say yes or no. Depends on individual. Depends on who is actor in this. The typical response is that career is more important than marriage. That's some people will say. People will say marriage is more important than. So it is best to put off thinking about getting married until one has established themselves. The first area that we must know The first career that God that was established God is the marriage issue. The marriage issue. Because your marriage is your career. Your children, they are your career, no matter what you can say, no matter what you can do, because you are doing all those things based for them. They are the reason why you are working, especially when you are married, especially when you have children. So therefore, your marriage, your family is your first priority. Your marriage, your family is your first priority. So that by the time you go outside, things will be okay for you. You'll be able to think very well. You'll be able to perceive this in a well and organized manner. But when your marriage, when your home is not competitive with you, that there's nothing that is going to be okay with you. So therefore, let's see how you can do these things without any rancor. How you can balance it in an equilibrium. Number one is about communication. Number one is about communication. Many marriages, many career people short about their.
We will continue to learn and from Pastor Davidson on balancing our marriage with our career, even though there's been a lot of connection issue, but we will not stop learning. He's rejoining again. Hopefully, it will be okay at this time.
We have
I know.
Okay. So
yes.
Number one, how to balance it. I will quickly so that I can do the summary. Number one is about communication. If you want to balance your career with your marriage or your family, number one is about communication. Even when you are in caution, you have to communicate. What do I mean? Communication is better in resolving the clashes between the family, between the careers, when it comes to career and family issues. Make sure you communicate deeply. That is, what do I mean by deeply? Heart to heart communication without any hidden agenda or agenda, so that both of you will know where you are strong and where you are weak. So that when you communicate, oh, this is my career, this is the time I have to resume, this is the time I have to come back, and this that I have to at work. But many of us will neglect that issues of the communication. After all, many of us will be saying, after all, from work, I have to be at work. No, you have to, both of you have to sit down and communicate heart to heart, so that both of you know where you are weak, you know where you are strong, where you can complement each other. In many families are competing with each other. Many families are competing with each other, which is supposed not to be the case. They suppose to complement each other. Maybe when the man is at home, the woman is out there. When the woman is at home, the man is out there. But when there is no communication, there will be no balancing between the marriage, between the career. So one will be thinking that the others is cheating on him. But when you have heart to heart communication, you will see that communication will be either win-win or lose-lose. You have to see in one aspect that this thing I have to lose it because of my marriage. I have to lose it because of my career. But when you want to win everything, you want to be the winner, you want to be the head, you want to everything you want to superimpose on your partner, I can bet it with you, there will be no balancing until we communicate the issues. We communicate how we are going to render help to each other. Why? Because we are helpers to each other. We are helpers to each other. If not, the balance there about the marriage, about the career will not be there. So that by the time you communicate heart to heart, this is the time I'm leaving the office, this is the time I'll be less busy. So both of you will communicate issues. But when there's no good communication, the balance will not be there. Number two is what I call create a boundaries. If you want to balance your career and your marriage, your family, you have to create boundaries. What do I mean by boundaries? Make sure you are clear about your expectation and communicate with your partner. This is what I'm expecting from you. This is what I'm also expecting from you. And then when you see that the both expectation, and so you come together on a round table, and you, both of you, have to know your boundaries. Okay.
Very important topic we are dealing with this morning. So I believe that our wonderful leader is going to continue again and continue where it stops.
Okay.
Continue.
So we're talking about create a boundaries. But you have to create a boundary where you know this is what I want, this is what I need. You have to know what you want from what you need. By so doing, both of you will be able to balance it up. By creating boundaries. This is my don't, this is my do, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. Create a boundary. And by the time you put yourself in shoes, you will see that there will be balance. Number three is what I call work in a planned manner. You have to work in a planned manner. In as much you want balancing, in as much you want balancing in that marriage, you want balancing in that career, you effective in your career, you want to be effective in your marriage, you have to work the plan out. People says if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Before you come together, let both of you know the type of job. Plan ahead. The most crucial advice to plan to balance your career is to plan and be deliberate. Plan and be deliberate and with each other to make decisions to develop and maintain the work balancing for you. So if you don't want to, if you want balancing everything, you have to plan ahead. Oh, maybe this is what I need to do today. Next, this is what I need to do in next month. You don't just come out on improv engagement. Oh, I have to go somewhere tomorrow. You have to balance. You have to communicate plan ahead. Oh, you can plan. You can plan weekly. You can plan monthly. You can plan even you get a site. If possible, create a book that, okay, next week I will be busy, but you don't just come up that, oh, tomorrow I have to travel. Your spouse will be asking you, so did your boss just call you, or they are just telling you? Some of the spouse, when they get to the office, that's when they call their spouse, oh, I have to travel, I will not be coming home today. So that thing, trust will not be there, and there will be no balancing. Anytime you are now saying the truth, there will be problem. So you have to plan ahead. This order of forces will prevail if you don't prepare your equilibrium in advance. You have to prepare the mind, the souls, and the body of your partner, that this is what we are going to do, this is what we want to do, this is what we are not going to do. By so doing, the plan will be stating and be in a state of equilibrium. The important decision that will enable balance must be made. You have to make a good decision at the right time. There are some people, because they are richer than the other party, so they can take any decision. Oh, I need to buy a car, I need to buy a land, because the decision will be so rash. You don't even consult your spouse, and there will be no balancing, quarreling. Oh, some will be say, oh, because you have the money more than me. Some people will even, yes, you can give gift. We can give gift to our partner, but there are some gifts when you give to your partner, it will bring rancor, it will bring problem. Why? Because you do not plan ahead. So therefore, that will enable each and one of you to become a balancing in each other area, such as selecting a vacation. You don't just wake up, oh, I want to surprise my partner, we are going to Bahamas. You don't know the plan that maybe that person have in the office. You don't know the type of maybe he's sick, maybe he doesn't even. So by the time you communicate, you plan ahead. If you want to travel, there's nothing bad in it. You can plan ahead that in 3 months' time, in next year, in December, this is where we want to go. Both of you have to agree. You don't just come out and say, I want to surprise you. Oh, this is the car. Maybe that person is also something. So by communicating and planning ahead, both of you will have a balancing marriage and career. Number 4 is what I call make a wise choice career. Make wise career choice. There are some careers, there's nothing you can do about it. There will be no balancing. There will be no balancing, because why are we talking about balancing in career? Why are we talking about balancing career and marriage together? For both of them to have time together. That's the major reason for both of you to have time together, to know about each other. But you can't be working. The husband will be working at night. The wife will be working in the morning. When are you going to have time for each other? When are you going to plan? When are you going to discuss? Well, you can be communicating through phone, you can be communicating through email, you can be communicating through WhatsApp, but the best communication is eye contact. It's eye contact. There's a saying that 10,000 of letters is not as rich as meeting that person physically. So therefore, you make wise decision to choose your career. If you are married, you have to choose the career, because some people already married before some people are already working before they got married. But when you are married, there are some decisions. That's why I say win-win or lose-lose. There are some things you have to let go. There are some jobs that you have to let go. In as much your spouse have the capacity to take care of you. There are some things that both of you can communicate. Okay, my wife, this is what we are going to do. My husband, okay, this is my salary. This is how are we going to do it. Should I look for another job that I will be okay so that we can have time together? Or is you going to look for another job? By communicating so that you can get a wise and nice career. Don't be saying, oh, I'm the wife or I'm the husband. You have to leave your job. You know the amount of salary that you are getting cannot even feed you, not to talk of feeding your spouse or feeding the children, pay house rent. At times you can leave your job and let your wife continue and be looking for another career, and there'll be harmony, there'll be balancing in the marriage. If not, there'll be problem. If not, there'll be problem. If not, there'll be misunderstanding. If not, because most of the thing that we are talking about balancing is about having time together. When God created Adam, he gave him a job, and he said he should be to continue to be doing the job, but provided a helpmate. Whether you are male, whether you are female, we are helpmate to each other. It's not about, a man, a woman is the one that needs to help the woman, to help the man. No, man can also come down to the level of his spouse. Say, okay, let me look for another job so that we can be able to take care of our children. We can be able to have a nice time together. Not when somebody is going to office, somebody is coming back home. When somebody is going to office, that's not balancing. No matter how both of you are flexing your elbow, that means you already created a space. You already created a space, a vacuum in that house. You already created a vacuum in that marriage. You already created a vacuum in the life of the children, which is going to affect both of you in future, and it will affect your children. Because a time is coming that by the time both of you now unable to go to office together, you can't run around together. That is when you are going to be learning and to know about each other at the old age. So you have to create time and look for a good career job that will be able to balance both of you. Your ability to make choice to make this decision will be influenced by your willingness to give up a high level of involvement in many facets of life. If you want to do this thing, it will affect you. It can affect your income. It can affect your everyday to-day activities. But the value of your family, the value of your career is still there, unless you want to devalue your life. No matter career you can carry, no matter career you can have, no matter whatsoever you can have, if you lose it from the family, your career is useless. Your career is useless. So we have to know this. These other forces, no, it involves your children's life as well as your personal and professional objectives. You have to know that your career affects your children, affects your future. In as much there is no time for you to take care, to look at the life and how the well-being of your wife, of your husband, how the well-being of your children, how they are making it. If you are not there for them, your future is blinking. Your future is blinking because your children is your future. It's not your career. Your career will end one day, but your future is the children, is the legacy, how you train them, how you balance it very well with them. Work satisfaction and energy level, asking parents working or staying at home about their advantage and disadvantages. It have advantages and disadvantages. Don't just be looking about career. Career will end one day. But your family is the one, is your legacy. Even after you have left this world, your family, how you take care of them, how you balance it, those are the things as are your legacy. Number 5 is what I call be steadfast in your support. This is very rare in most of the people. They don't want to support. Everybody want, oh, I'm the head. Yes, you are the head of the family, but what are you bringing up? In which areas are you supporting? Because supporting is part of balancing. You can't be saying, oh, I'm providing. I'm the one providing food. I'm the one providing money. I'm the one paying all the bills. Yes, you are supporting in those areas, but there are some areas that is more important than money. It could not be easy to show interest in your spouse's job after a long day at your own office. However, it is imperative that you discuss your partner's career with them courteously. You should support them. Some people, they don't even care. Some people have not even visited their spouse in the office before. Yes, that means you are not balancing it at all. Some people don't even know where their spouse are working. You are going to office, okay, goodbye. You have not visited your spouse. Your spouse has not visited you. Both of you are just living I don't care attitude. It's about mindset. You have to know where your spouse is working. Even people around him or her, where the workmates supposed to know you. They're supposed to know you. Anything can happen. It's part of balancing. Balancing is also about moving out of your comfort zone. Don't just sit at home that, oh, you are going to work. Okay, goodbye. At times, you may even pass through where she's working or where he's working without you knowing, because you don't even know. At times, you may be even fighting with the boss without even knowing. So these are the things that we should put all together so that we can know. So if your partner doesn't get this support, it will be difficult for you to function as a couple, since they could become resentful and challenging to comprehend. Your support should be all times, not precise. Your support, if you want balancing, your support must be all time, not just in a while. After all, I helped you last year. After all, I helped you do this. No, it must be all time, not just precise. Make unique gesture to make your partner feel special. There's a saying that if you treat your spouse as a queen, he will treat you as a king. So if you treat each other like a trash, both of you are all as a trash. So make sure this gesture make sure the partner feels special, feel comfortable because you care for him or her. For instance, you can write your wedding vows and make the event memorable. This time, some people, they don't even know the shoe size of their spouse. Some people, they don't know the size of their spouse. They don't know the best color. Some people, some people even forgot the date of birth. You don't know that I'm too busy. Oh, I'm too busy. Yeah, I don't know that today's your birthday. Oh, sorry. Until they get to office, say, oh, it is now that I'm less busy. That's when I even remember that today's your birthday. Can we see that? That means the work, your career is heavier than your marriage. So we have to balance it up. Don't be two-sided, maybe your career or your household. Because when you are two-sided, maybe you're overweight in your mind, it will affect you when you are doing your career because you will not be able to focus. You will not be able to concentrate at the office. You will be making errors. Likewise, when you get home, if your career is too overloaded above your marriage, you will be on names. Maybe you want to call your spouse name, you start calling your workmate name. So we have to balance each and support each other steadfastly. Support each other steadfastly. At times, when your spouse comes home, you see how they are mood or is mood. Honey, dear, what happened at home? What happened at work? What is the problem? Can we share it together? You support him or her morally, financially, emotionally, prayerfully. That's why you have to balance it up. But when you say, I don't care, that's your own job. Me too, I have my own problem. No. Oh, at least I have my own workload. No, you have to balance it up so that your marriage, your career will be just like heaven on earth. Number 6 is what I call divide household chores. There are some people, there are some partners, their wife, maybe they come back early more than their wife. Even at times, maybe when they are on leave, just to wash plates, they can't. They'll be packing everything for their spouse to come and wash. Clothes, they will never help. Cleaning, they will never help. Even taking the children to school. Even at times, the school is along their office road. They say, no, I'm not a babysitter. As if the woman is the only one that gave back to the children. So we have to divide it. There are some things that you can do. There are some things that can help with in the house. Sweeping, cleaning, there is nothing bad in it if you are helping your spouse to wash her clothes. There is nothing bad in it if you help her to iron so that she may not be able to get late. Particularly people that are not working. And if you are working, maybe because of time difference, you have to help each other. Divide some things that you can help him or her. Don't just leave everything that this is the work of woman. This is the work of, she is already tired. No one enjoys returning home to full sink dishes. If we can't contain fouls that escalate into continued conflict, it is who get to do who is caused. There's some people that, this one is for women. Everything is for spouse. There is nothing that is so special that a woman cannot do. And there's nothing so special that a man cannot do in the house. I don't see it. The only thing that a man cannot do in the house is to carry pregnancy. That's the only thing. Other things, a man, you are helping him so that he or she will be his office so that he'll be able to focus at his career. But when you leave everything, the housework, even at times you sit at home, instead of you to take her to the to office, you can drive. You say, no, go and take a taxi. You have to be very, very loving to do all those things for each other. Clear tasks should be assigned. Stick to your plans. But if your partner is having tough week, don't be hesitant to use dish soap. It reduces the burden on one person and bring greater productivity. Another one is what I call, don't discuss work on hangout, so that it will be balanced. Maybe you are going for a vacation, let it be vacation. Don't bring in unless the other party asks. Unless the other party asks, though, because you are going for a leisure time and you start, when you get there, instead of you to focus on your leisure time, you start talking about your boss, you start talking about the work in the office. No, unless the other party says, how's your work doing? What are the plans now? Don't just bring it, be free and enjoy that thing. Enjoy your vacation. Don't bring in what is not necessary. That means you are not balancing it at all. Let your work focus on your work and focus on your family and focus on the leisure. Keep your marriage or family relationship strong. Set a timetable. Schedule it and go with proper plans. Add the date to your calendar. Then select where you are going and whether you will require childcare. At times, it's not every time especially when the children are grown up, you don't need to bring them along. You and your spouse, you are the one that is going for a leisure time. So that you have been working from January to December. There's no time for you to discuss about issues. There's no time for you to know what is going on in the life of your spouse. So you have to be alone there so that you'll be able to discuss the issue to move forward. But when you are bringing in issues about your house, about your office, what you are facing, no, that is not the place to discuss such issues. A place to discuss that issue is not the time you are doing for your leisure time where you go for vacation. You have to balance everything. A time to rest, a time, but in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, Bible says there is time for everything. There is time to rest. There is time to discuss about issue. There is time to discuss about family. There is time to discuss about your work. And there is time to discuss about personal things, personal life, about your love life. So you are more likely to leave the house if you have plans to. Childcare is expensive, yet your marriage is better investment than childcare. Although being a photographer can be refrain from discussing your line of work in front of others. Number 8 is what I call plan your budget. Plan your budget. Plan your budget. Don't overspend. You want to balance everything. Don't overspend. Don't overeat. Don't overdress. Live according to your income. So talk about money often and in the beginning. The most prevalent differences of opinion between partners is money. There are 3 things that makes things not to balance in the life of human being: money, food, and human being themselves. Therefore, while things are going well, discuss if each person is willing to assist the other if one loses their job or chooses to pursue a new career. You have to know, at times you may not be serious. You have to, if I lose my job today, what are you going to do? So from that perspective, you'll be able to know each other. Maybe he's going to support you, maybe he's going to neglect you, maybe, but you yourself, are you helping him or her when he or she is not working? So are you willing to contribute some of your finances, resources to a move? What will happen to your lifestyle if your partner gets a promotion. This thing is very important. For example, maybe somebody is a secretary and now he got a promotion. You see how things will change in the family. Now, such a person is now having a company car. Such a person is now being elevated. You will see how things, the true color of that person. And now, when you have been promoted, how are you going to now discuss the issue now that I've been promoted? I have more things at hand. I have more issues at hand in the office. How are we going to do it? How are we going to adjust? If both of you can communicate heart to heart, you will see that the bond will come without any rancor, without any problem. Up money for both your homes and your career. Save money for the future and have a backup plan for unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen circumstances. Not every money that comes to your pocket you shoot. You don't spend more than your income. You spend lower than your income. At least, for example, if you are earning $100, make sure you spend $50. The remaining $50, you keep it aside because of the day that will be coming. Anybody, you can wake up and get into office, you get a sack letter because you are not the owner of the company. You are the owner of the company. You set aside some things. Unforeseen circumstances, those are out of balance because you care about your career, you care about your family. But when you don't care about your family, you just buy big cars, you buy big, you want to buy so many shoes, you want to buy things that you just want that you don't need. That's different between what you want from what you need. You just want to show off. Oh, I'm married to the manager. I'm married to the CEO. No, that's not the issue. Don't impress anybody. Never you impress anybody because of your career. Never you impress anybody because of your marriage. Never you impress your spouse. Don't impress, honey, do we need to buy a Range Rover? Range Rover is having four tires. Toyota Corolla is having 4 tires. Invest that money. By the time the investing, those things that you invest on will be coming. The profit, you can use the profit to even buy a plane. Anybody, if you buy Ferrari today, people will thank God. By the time they see it tomorrow, say, we saw it tomorrow, we saw it yesterday. It's not more new. And what you bought today, if you want to sell it today, the only thing that I appreciate is land. So invest on all these things. Don't just be investing on things that are so flashy. Just because you have promotion, just because your husband have that promotion or your wife get promotion, don't just spend money unnecessarily. You plan on unforeseen circumstances. Banner is what I call stay. God does not stay and will never visit where there is chaos, where there is problem, where there is harmony, where there is humility, where people value each other. That's where God comes. That you'll be able to develop things that you need to need. Making compromises is nearly a certainty. If one or both of you want to pursue a higher profile, keep it in mind that it takes long for equilibrium to develop. When you put a pendulum, where it will be swinging left to right, it will take a time to be in a static position. Don't just think that the day you discuss issue, that's when the harmony will come. No.
I hope you are enjoying this lesson for today. I want to seize this opportunity to say thank you so much, Kwangi, Isaiah, for joining us, Matule School from joining us. Thank you so much for joining us as our speaker continues.
I'm very sorry. It's also gone and back. So what we are talking about is about mindset. You have to know that you can't compel, you can't force your spouse to drop some certain things. When you change your own mindset towards his or own reaction, you will see that he or she will change his action. But when you don't want to change your own mindset, that, oh, I don't want to compare this woman, I don't want to compare this lady, let me change myself first. By the time he or she see you, how you spend your money, how you come back early, what are the things that are doing for him or her, things will change gradually. That's how the pendulum will be becoming a little bit, and before you know it, there'll be harmony. Before you know it, there'll be peace. Lastly, let's see another one is out issue before going to bed. There are some people, they can be sleeping in the same and they are quarreling, even keeping malice. How do you balance issue? How do you want to balance issue? You are not greeting each other. You are not even communicating. You are not planning ahead. So how do you want to balance things? So sort out issues before going to bed. Even though your spouse is not around, you can call him or her where she is or where he is and talk and settle things before both of you go back to sleep. By so doing, that means you are balancing your career with your spouse, with your marriage. Lastly, is what I sympathy and empathy. Sympathy and empathy. Put yourself in the shoe. Put yourself in the shoe of the spouse. If what you are doing to your career or to your marriage, if that person is doing it to you, how are you going to feel? Are you going to say, oh, this is what I bargained for? This is what I love? Are you balancing the marriage? Are you balancing the family? Are you balancing your career with your spouse? Or you just say, oh, whether you like it or not, this is my career. Whether you like it or not, you can even divorce me. You can even take any step against me. I don't care. It's my life. Your life, in as long as you are married, you don't have life again, because your life is embedded in your marriage. Your life is embedded in your spouse. Bible says two becomes one. Your career is also the career of your spouse. Your career is the career of your spouse. Your marriage is the marriage of your spouse. None of you have a life separate. Both of you have to put yourself in a sympathy and empathy. Both of you have to make sure you put yourself in the shoe of your partner and be asking yourself if what you are doing to your partner can be accepted if your partner is doing the same. This will make you to be adjusting yourself, and then it will make you to understand each other. Take away. Accepting the sacrifice of some of your goals to maintain involvement and activities that are higher priority will be challenging. But it is necessary. You must employ these strategies to maintain a life based on your true principles and constantly remind yourself of them. When you put all these things together, you will see that your first career in life is your marriage. It's not outside. It's what is inside of you that will make you a better person than what is outside. So therefore, when you want to balance all these things together, make that everything is at the point of equilibrium. Know that your career must be higher than your marriage, and your marriage must not affect your career. If both of you can do all these things, you will see that the sky is the beginning, not the sky is not the beginning. It's just where you are going to see afar where you have made mistakes, where to correct those mistakes. So thank you, God, for this time. I'm very sorry for the network. It's up and down. It's up and down. So that's why I say, let me quickly summarize everything. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing a very, very, very valuable point within the short period. Yes, we don't need to apologize because we all are experiencing the internet or the connection and also the electricity. So you don't need to apologize at all. And you have presented very well. I'm seeing all the comments on the Facebook, and the other person that also joined us on Zoom earlier on today. So I want to say thank you so much for sharing a very important topic on balancing our relationship, marriage, and family with career, which is very important because sometimes these are one of the key issues in any relationship, and it has damaged so many marriages and family, and even affected our children. So on this note, I want to say thank you so much for contributing to this masterclass. I have a question before you go, sir. The first question will be, okay, we have already ways that we can balance it. But in the end, in some certain points, some people are already having issues already in the balancing all this. Is there any way they can solve those problems? I mean, what you have shared with us is to avoid any confusion, to avoid any misunderstanding, misconcept, and other things like that, or even to avoid argument unnecessary. So what about if a family or a couple are already in that situation? I mean, that they are close to separating or divorcing because of this issue. What advice will you give them?
Thank you, ma. Thank you for that question. Number one advice is that, as the Queen Mother used to say, there is nobody you can change, but you can change yourself. Everything in life is about mindset. It's about how we perceive things. And if any couple are already at the verge of being divorced, it's about
He's definitely going to come back to come and answer those questions. But before then, let me say that how we communicate our expectation, our feelings and opinions to the person in relationship is very, very important. And we need to ensure that we regularly revisit our revisit our expectations so that we remind one another. You can continue with your answer, sir.
What I say is about number one is about ourselves. Because for that to say he or she is tired, there must be something that is wrong with you or with her. And two wrongs can never make a right. So work on yourself, ask questions about yourself, that who are you? What can you do to improve about this thing so that this thing will not be broken? So when you work on yourself, the other person, when he or she sees that you have worked on yourself and all the plans you plan, lay down.
He's still going to bounce back. Yes.
All the plans that is on, and he or she sees that you have followed the plans, you have followed promises. I believe he or she will change. There is always a second chance. There is always a second chance. So I have to give God give us more than second chance. We have to give ourselves second chance. We have to give our spouse second chance. And majorly, let us work ourselves. Let's work on our mindset, the way we do things, with the way we approach each other. And by doing so, we will see that all those things that are bringing confusion, things that are bringing clashes about all these things will come down to normal, and both of them can still live as a bed of the same others, as people that can still join hands together to work towards their marriage, to work towards their help each other in all ramifications of life. But the major thing is about working on ourselves. It's a continuous thing, working on ourselves, working on our mind. It's not about one complaining about what the others are doing, but as I said, empathy will be able to come out from all those problems that they created by themselves or by individual. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, second question. I know that the connection is really a challenge this morning, but we will not stop. Very funny questions. When there is children in between them and they are raising the children up, the funny question I want to ask, there is possibility that one of them need to slow down, okay, in their career,
yes,
to take care
yes,
of the children. Now, the funniest question is, who should slow down, the husband or the wife? From your own opinion.
My own opinion is about, my own opinion is not about the man, it's not about the woman. My own opinion is about the reason why they want to step down is about the children. So both of them have to, the income that each and every one of them is bringing. If the income of the man is small, the man should step down. If the income of the woman is small, the woman should step down. Not because a woman knows how to take care of a no. Because if somebody that is bringing huge amount of money step down, the bills that they want to pay will not be able to sustain the children and themselves. It's not about man to step down. It's about who is bringing amount of money that they can see. If the other one is not supporting, at least this one can be able to cater for the family. So the person that is having the low income should step down.
Okay. The second one, the third question is based on this scenario, based on these questions we are following. Then the third one is, okay, let's say apart from stepping down or no stepping down, there will be an issue or a situation where one of them is not working, especially the man is not working at that time. Maybe to get a job is not easy, or maybe the business they are doing fail up and the woman have to carry on. Okay, that is the scenario. What advice can you give to both of them in that situation? The advice you're going to give will help the way the person, if it is the woman that is working, especially in the society, if the woman is working and the husband is not working at that time, what attitude should the woman has towards the husband, and what attitude should the man has towards the wife?
Thank you, man. Number one is all about mindset. You have to see, both of them have to see themselves as one. As if the man is not working, the woman should see the.
It's an important question, sir. You are coming back definitely to answer this question.
The woman must be able to know that yes, the man is the head of the family, but for a period of time, the man is not working. That doesn't mean staying at home, the man is not working. The man is still working, but it's just because it's not bringing, it's not paying bills. At least the man is still doing the helping the woman to take care of the house, take care of the children. But ego must not come in. Ego must not come in to the extent that the woman will be now talking to the man as if the man is not even ready to work. Yes, there are some people that are even not ready to work. There are some people that are ready to work, but there's no job. So each of them, when they come together, it's about communication issue. It's about the love they have for each other. It's about the love they have for each other. When each of them knows that, oh, I love you not because of what you are bringing on the table. I love you not because you have job or you have career. I love you because of who you are, not what you are. So there will be communication, and I'm sure if the woman respects and love the man, no matter what, there are some women that are working and nobody knows that the husband are not working. Nobody knows. But when ego comes, when friendship comes, started receiving advice from each other outside their marriage, there'll be problem. But when you change your mindset that, okay, I'm the one working, yes, but directly or indirectly, the man is also the one working. There'll be no problem at home. There'll be no rancor. But if ego comes in that, oh, after all, you are doing nothing, I'm the one paying the bills, and the man must also know that the woman is also trying her best, complementing, not be a complicating issue. That why coming by this time? Why there are some things you a man, especially when you have anything to offer, when you are not paying bills, there are some things that you just take say, oh, it's one of those things. But everything that you see and you want to complain. So at times you can be silent and be loud. At times you can be loud and be silent. When you know all these issues, there'll be harmony, there'll be peace in the house, and things will be going. It's just a matter of time. When you know that it's just a matter of time, it's not forever. Your wife can be working today, next 4 or 5 years, you can be working and things, but don't put your house in disorder. Put it in order. And no matter how much the wife is bringing to the house, make sure you still respect and honor your spouse. Likewise, no matter how much man is bringing, make sure you still love your spouse, your wife, no matter what you are bringing. And by doing so, communication, encourage each other, value each other, and you will see that things will go with the family. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Very important question. Okay, I will soon let you go. I mean, you are still around anyway because I'm still going to teach. Another person is still going to teach. But to finalize your teaching, because these are the issues that is really common among the family.
Yes.
It's very, very, that is why we need to really be tackling this, because sometimes, either you like it or not, these are the small issues that escalate to somebody being abused and violence and frustrated, disappointed, and all other things. My last question for you today, because I know you are still going to come back for part 2, because we are not satisfied yet with this one. So we need to call you back either this week or next week for part 2. Now, the last question I need to ask you on this one is, what can you say? Because like we're talking about working, somebody's having more salary than the other, and then a lot of things will come up, and you've given them some advice that they have to love one another, they have to lower their egoism, they have to be patient with one another, and also they need to understand that condition is not permanent. You might have more today, you might have less tomorrow. And one of them might have a job or a booming business today, while another person might have a booming business or even job, big salary, big figure tomorrow. But how they continue and coping with the situation matters a lot. And that's why we need to continue discussing about it. But for today, because I know I'm going to ask you so many questions in your part 2. Today, the last one I want you to tackle on is insecurity and jealousy in the family, marriage, and relationship. Insecurity and jealousy.
Thank you. It's part of the something is because of time. That's why I was unable to get to that place. You see, no matter what, when we are talking about insecurity or jealousy, even if the man is the one, any even times 10, not the wife. If that person's mindset is not changed, the insecurity will still be there. Because any man or any woman, they see with their spouse, they are not secure. They are jealousy. And where does jealousy or insecurity comes from? It's about a fear. I don't want to lose this man. I don't want to lose this woman. I don't want to lose. And when you are too fearful, Bible says in the book of chapter, it says, I feared most. What I feared most is what came upon me. So fear is the foundation of insecurity. Why? Because the person that is jealous, the person that is not secure, is also not, he doesn't trust himself or herself. When you don't trust yourself, no matter what you will not trust your spouse. So number one is you have to trust yourself, that no matter what, I trust myself. And when you trust yourself, you'll be able to trust others. To you, do unto others what you want to others to do unto you. So it's about fear. I don't want to lose this person. What are they saying? What are they saying? Why is he dressing like that? Why some men will tell their wife how to dress. Why are you dressing like that? Hey, don't you dress like that? Why are you looking like this? No. When there is no space in balancing, there is space. You give space of time. When there is space of time, you release the man, you release the woman, or to even satisfy him. By the time he or she comes to her mind, it comes back to the mindset. So when you don't change yourself, you can't change others. That's where insecurity comes from. And when we don't secure ourselves, jealousy can make the others, make your spouse lose the job that you think is securing you. Lose people that are around, that is you that you don't have job, or you have job that is helping you. Maybe the person your spouse is talking to, maybe is the one that want to promote. Maybe the one.
Important question. It's coming back to round up, to finish up with that powerful question on insecurity. How do you tackle it? Insecurity and jealousy in the home, in the family, in our marriage and relationship. Yes, continue.
It's about fear. And we eradicate that fear from our mindset. When somebody says yes, when you trust each other, no matter there's even if somebody says, we saw your spouse at the hotel with a woman or with a man, you say, no, she can't do that. No, I trust her, I trust him. But when there's no trust, insecurity will be there. Even when you know that this man is not doing such a thing, you'll be thinking about mindset, that you'll be thinking, oh, maybe not, maybe not. And when the mindset is not straight, the other thing that will be there is about corrupt. Devil will be bringing corrupt things. Bible says we are not given the spirit of fear, but boldness. So when fear is out, you will see that we trust. You will see that there will be no jealousy. Why are we jealousy? The reason why we are jealousy is because we are afraid. We do not trust ourselves. We think that we look down on ourselves. When you are looking down on yourselves, they'll be jealous. Oh, this one, is receiving more salary than I am. So, and when you are doing all those things, likewise, is also there, you upgrade yourself as a spouse. You upgrade yourself by doing what? Go to school more, learn more, have connection more, read more, attend seminar more. When you are just a grade, maybe secondary school older, and you married a grade older, and you don't want to learn more, you don't want to upgrade yourself, so you'll be looking down on yourself. That's what I'm not. That's why he's talking to people, they speak grammar. Not because I can't speak grammar, but that's why no, because of fear. Because of fear. Fear is the source. Fear is the genesis. When you remove fear and you upgrade yourself, you will see that there's nothing to jealous about. There's nothing. to jealous about. There is nothing to be insecure about. Secure yourself, secure mind. When you secure your mind, we see that insecurity will not be there. Will not be there because you already believe in yourself and you believe in your spouse, and everything will be balanced very well without any rancor, without any problem. Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent, excellent. I really appreciate you and how you've really dealt with these questions. I wouldn't like to hold you back because I know that you have other things, especially with this internet. But please find a time, either this week or next week, to come back for the second part of this, your interest. Like you've said as well, that there's still a lot for you to share with us. And we want you to really bring it out. Bring it out. Like they said, bring it out. We want to learn. We are here to learn, to understand. We want to listen and learn to understand. Because once we understand the information, then we can apply it to our lives and there can be transformation. And that's why we are doing all what we are doing. So I want to say on behalf of Y.Y.C.I International and Y.Y.C.I International Academy, we want to say thank you so much for joining us today to share this valuable and educative information with us. Thank you so much, sir. So please let us know. And plus, we will our younger ones or our precious that have joined us on WhatsApp in the evening, we also like to learn from you. So I would like you to also give us the date that you'll be available to teach on our WhatsApp in the evening. That would be good. That this week, I mean, actually this week, because when you have given us this kind of thing, I don't want it to be, I don't want it to waste any opportunity to learn. So I would like you to give me the date between now, the one that you are going to do in the evening for our evening section, and also coming back for the part 2 of this section. And I hope that the internet will be okay, will be favor us on that day. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank